Sociologist and cult researcher Janja Lalich calls this bounded choice. Bounded choice is the tension we feel when we are free to choose something, but making that choice leads to less than favorable outcomes. For example, a person might be free to leave her abusive partner, but in doing so she becomes financially unstable and/or vulnerable to an escalation of verbal or physical abuse. Or let's imagine that you've become aware of an abusive power within the company you work, but you choose to remain silent and be complicit to the dysfunction because speaking out means losing your job, good standing, or a sense of belonging in the group. Or here's a more immediate and democratically devastating example. Just look at how almost every elected representative in the Republican Party is handling the upcoming midterms post-insurrection. The bounded choice is clear. Pretend you buy into the big lie, or lose your job and your place among your people. Now, there is absolutely no excuse for turning a blind eye, but there is an explanation. It is human nature to become irrationally bound to the cult of our choosing. The examples are endless, and they show up at every point on the political spectrum. Bounded choice is further complicated by the fact that whatever it is we believe in has also bound us to an identity that we rely on as a source of our self-worth. On one of my most favorite podcasts, A Little Bit Culty, I highly recommend it, Mark Vicente, a NXIVM survivor, describes this well. When people ask him how it is he remained so loyal to Keith Raniere as a leader for so long, he explains it this way. He says, "You don't really fall in love with the leader. You fall in love with the idealized version of yourself that they show you. This is why it is so hard to let go, because you're letting go of the persona they helped you to create, and you have wrapped your worth and goodness up in being that." Ding, ding, freaking ding. Staying put is not always a question of, is this relationship or environment inherently wrong or right? Or is this thing that I've devoted so much of myself to good or bad? There's a much deeper reckoning going on, which is, if I let go of this, who will I be? And will I continue to matter without this?